innocent, they walk through fire. Bodies weary, spirits tested, but from the ashes they rose brighter. Two women, two warriors, and two women, two warriors, two stories stitched with love. Scars don't chain us down, they're maps of battles won. We rise together, stronger than before, turning pain to power, opening the door.
Hey, everybody. Welcome in, everybody.
Absolutely was not ready, am not ready. So, hi.
Here's Journey today.
Wow.
It's the last Monday of January. And you see, we are still trying to get our crap together.
No. This is how it's just going to be. We are not going to get our crap together. It's not going to happen. This is how it is right here. It's supposed to have a 2-minute thing. So, I'm just over here doot-dee-doo, finishing up my face, which I'm still going to doot-dee-doo because I'm supposed to have 2 minutes. And I'm traumatized. So, you will all wait. Welcome to Grit and Glitter. We are not professionals, obviously. So please make sure to consult a medical professional or mental health professional for all of your needs. This is just to inspire, encourage, and hopefully give you some insight on how some warriors get through their chaos, which is this right here. that y'all are witnessing
Which is always this
in
right
real
here.
time. You always witness in real time. I hope you guys are having a great day. Snow time everywhere. Don't know where you all are. Please put in the comments where you are coming from.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, guys. This is our January. This is how it is. This is how it's always gonna be. Y'all just
I
be
mean,
ready
I'm
to
going to be
ride
moving
that
soon, so
train.
y'all will probably be on the back of my truck next month. Okay, I'm just saying this is a joke. It just keeps going and going like the Energizer battery.
Oh my
I
god.
actually think this is our best live yet. Just saying. Just saying.
This is it. It looks like Jarita could slap Denise in the back of the head if she gets out of line. What?
I got it. But she won't. She's too cute to slap. Plus, I think she can beat me up.
Put them up. Put them up.
If she can catch me. That's the thing is I think I might. The only chance I would have to win is to run.
You know, I hear that a lot. Everybody's like, well, I can probably outrun you.
But I don't know if I can outfight you. I mean,
Oh man, guys, we are so glad y'all are here today. And this is going to be an episode that's going to kind of like close up a chapter for January. It's not in a rushed way, but it's in an honest, gentle way. Hey guys, welcome in, Chuck. How is it? Yeah, it's totally wild. Everything is crazy. January has been a month that asks a lot of people questions, right? We try to give that focus, and we've paid attention to a lot of things, and we've given ourselves some grace on things that we couldn't make happen.
yes.
And
that is okay.
That's right. That's what it's all about. It's about the survival more than just making it through, right? You want to make it through the time and
I
the
think we're out
days.
of the survival mode season now, right? Like now we're kind of in like full throttle. Even when we weren't ready. We had a minute left. My ass wasn't ready. I was like, ooh, I got one more minute. But we make it happen. You still do it, and I feel pushed through to do that right now, even though I'm tired, I'm weary. You know, my soul is actually crushed right now. And I know so many people can relate to that. And just being able to be okay with the rest. And I've rested, and now it's time for me to get your booty on the floor tonight.
No,
Yeah.
and you know what? It's not about looking at what we shoulda, coulda, or woulda done in the past, right? It's not what should have happened in January, what we could have gotten done in January, and just beating yourself up about that. We don't want to do that. We want to start it off We want to look, we're going to brush it off our shoulders and start a new month. This is when S53 comes in. And that's what we're going to do. So it's about acknowledging what it took to get you through it and not pouncing yourself for not being able to do some of the things that you could have done. Don't do that. Just move forward. We're going into January and we're not going to beat ourselves up about that. So it's
Exactly.
just been a lot, right? We've had a lot going on this month, just in January. I mean, we all
Prevention,
have a lot of
health,
going on.
vigilance. We've done recovery, mentorship. I haven't even been here and still been doing all of these things. Personal safety, we've done quiet advocacy, and all of these themes don't seem very loud, but they're all very powerful. And
Yep.
that's why we're trying to give, thank you so much, give a voice to those things. I love that we've done the quiet work, this whole month has been about walking paths that don't, and we do this a lot, that don't get much recognition.
Yep, absolutely. So, managing your health concerns quietly, such as cervical health, thyroid conditions. Did you know that, like, those things are not easy to see, too? Sometimes, like,
They're
people have to go
silent.
through so much work to just direct them right into
Right.
what's really going on. Glaucoma, did you know that that's a pretty hard one? It's a condition that requires that vigilance and follow up,
Follow-ups. Yes.
patience,
Following through.
so
You
much
can't
stuff.
give up on these types of things. And
Yep.
I love to think about that in terms of not giving up on anything, like applying these principles again to everything in my life. Like, I really have been tired. I really just want to sleep, but I can't just give up. I can sleep, I can rest, and you can hibernate, and you can do those things and be gracious with yourself. But you still have to, like she said a minute ago, dust yourself off and try again. You
Yep.
got to dust yourself off, get up, and
Do it.
go. You
That's
got to
right.
go again. The season's open. It's sun shining.
Yeah.
The weather's not sweet though.
Chilly here. It's chilly here. So
Freezing.
another simple act that saves life without fanfare is blood donating. If
Yes.
you go in and you donate blood, you don't have to
Excuse me.
advertise it to the world if you don't want to. Who you help is going to know.
Oh,
That's all that matters.
my mother, having the blood come through, and I know we've had friends, and my friend Jason had so many blood transfusions. And if you can go donate blood, I encourage you to do it, whether you're getting money or not. They've even offered it in school, like in when I was in college for like extra credit and stuff. My ass was out there doing that. I'm all about that, and I love also that one of the things we touched on is choosing recovery. Another thing you have to actively follow through with, whether it's sobriety treatment. We have somebody in our comments, treatment, or just deciding to take care of yourself, like me today, one day at a time. I actually stopped for a minute and did my toenails today.
Yeah.
I haven't done that since before Christmas. My shit's always beautiful, excuse my language, but it is. And I just haven't. And I needed to stop today and move forward in a way for me for a minute. I also did a face mask today. I haven't stopped to do any of that stuff. Yeah, I was doing other stuff when I did it, but I still did it, you know?
Yeah, absolutely. So self care is very, very important, guys. Choose it. Focus on you for a little while because you cannot, we say this all the time, you can't
Or,
fill someone else's cup if your cup is not full.
or from an empty cup. You can't pour
That's
from an
right.
empty
You can't
cup.
pour from an empty cup. So remember to take care of yourself one day at a time, one day at a time. And whether that be that quiet way,
I love
adding to
that,
someone
Wendy.
else's day. I just saw that. Yeah, that's such an amazing thing. And we're so glad that you're still here.
Yes, we are. Thank you for sharing that, Wendy. Wendy, if you guys aren't seeing over here, we are multiple streaming on several places, and one of them is called Clapper. And she said she wouldn't be here if it wasn't for blood transfusion. So again, thank you. We've also talked about this month about reclaiming safety, especially those impacted by stalking, exploitation, and so on. We even did with Elevated Bliss, we did a whole 24-hour live where we got to go up. And I say got to because it was an honor to go up and speak for those that can't speak. Those have been, trafficked in human trafficking. And it's not just in one exploitation, it's in several, even organs and things. So we just want to, again, go back to that safety, reclaiming safety. And I do want to reiterate on that universal signal. Even if you see something, that's deliberate, you guys. If somebody's doing that, something wrong. I
Mhm.
saw that in a bathroom. I don't go into public bathrooms very much, but I went the other day because I'm not going to lie, I don't go in, y'all are nasty. No offense, and I saw them put up, it was a Mexican restaurant I love to eat here, and haven't gone in forever. And they had it so nice and clean, and they had that on the wall. That is awesome. If everybody could just really look around and pay attention. I do have pan ties. What's up? So again, advocating for others goes into segue for the next. And when we advocate for others, when we're sharing our story, when we're holding space, you don't have to have been through it to be there for someone.
That's right. And just advocate. Just be there. Mentor. That's another way to help advocate is to mentor someone that may need that extra little bit of time. Um, none of this is easy. None
But
of
it
it's easy,
counts.
but it is all of it counts. All of it counts. So these are just little kinds of efforts that don't show up in the highlight reels, right? Like we always look for those reels, those highlights, those top
And
stories.
they seem to highlight a bunch of crap lately, don't they, Denise? We're highlighting. I know that my news feed's filled with ICE and ICE Karens and all the things that's going on, and again the exploitation and stuff. So I want to just commemorate anybody out there either pushing awareness or pushing positivity or both. Thank you.
That's
Thank
right.
you.
That's what we need too right now. And that's what we need to see. Everybody needs that, but we definitely need that to be coming in on our news. I'm going to say news feeds, but of course we don't all watch the news. All of us most of the time get it from our YouTube
That
channel,
is my news feed now, though.
social
You know what I mean?
medias.
Like, that is where I get my news because you get a little more unbiased. You can look at a bunch of different places and kind of triangulate the truth for yourself
Mhm.
and make a decision based on all the different things you've seen. And you can also see different narratives pushed as well. And I love to go to a place that's just not biased. I don't try to be biased. I try to be on an empathetic level and a sympathetic level. If I cannot be in the same position you are, I want to try to put myself in that position anyway. And I really just again commemorate people out here just spreading truths and being truthful with themselves, and not, if you are out there, against what's going on and you're doing it in a constructive way, badass.
That's right.
If anybody's out there against what's going on and doing it in a constructive way, thank you.
Yep.
And for everybody else, you could do better today.
That's right. And no judgments. That's right. I agree. No judgments. We've also got a lot of other stuff that we want to go ahead and make sure that we acknowledge this week, right? There are several groups whose work often happens behind the scenes. IV Nurses Week. Did you know that that was this week?
No, and I didn't even know that was a thing, but that, makes me think of like two people this week. My mother's in the hospital right now. She was taken yesterday. An ambulance. They had a very hard time finding her vein. They went through her port instead. Same with another friend of ours that went to the hospital. They couldn't find his vein for like 2 hours. So imagine how tedious that would be as an IV nurse. I love this that you put that in there, delivering the treatment, and you have to keep someone calm in those positions. I know that especially during my cancer, it was a hard time for me. I had a whole bag of fluid go into this arm and look down. I was like, oh my God, because it was hurting. It was like this big and just crazy things. So there are all kinds of weird things, and people are very uncomfortable. And when they're sitting there with you, they are the ones there to comfort you. So imagine how that
Right.
must feel. We were just talking about sympathy and empathy, and I feel like it segues beautifully into something like this. Even if they haven't been where you are, I'm sure that they can empathize and or sympathize where you are at that point. And thank you to all of our caring IV nurses.
Absolutely. Those caring IV nurses, we thank y'all for all that you do. Um, and another one is Activity Professionals Week. This really honors those who bring engagement, dignity, and moments of joy into the care settings, reminding people that they're still human and still seen.
Love that. Love
This
that.
is a good one. And then National Storytelling Week. Did you know that?
That's because I made the artwork.
Well, yeah. Well, I mean, there's just things that I have been like as I've been building
Yeah,
our
I know, you're like, wow,
homes and
this is
things like
really
that.
cool.
It's
And I love the storytelling. I encourage you. You know what's fun? Is if anybody's hosting a live, it'd be cool if like somebody could start with a thought and then the next person could go to the thought and the thought. You know what I mean? Kind of like
like
that was neat to do a little
your
story.
own create your own little story, right?
Do it with my kid. My kid would love that. I might do that with her after.
Yeah, yeah. So just because stories are how we make sense of what we survive, right? So you could just build your own story, and that's how we get our stories out there, is by telling those stories, opening up.
That's
And
another form of advocacy, really.
Mhm. Yes. Storytelling has been a very hard thing for me. Most of y'all know that that's a very hard thing for me to do, is to talk about my story and having that storytelling mannerism, or
The
whatever
whole
you
song
call
of your story. The's a song now of her story, y'all.
it.
I
Gosh.
don't
And
know if y'all heard it, but I
it's
think she should put it in her links.
It is beautiful.
It makes
It
me
is going to
cry. I'm
be
like,
in
oh
my
my God, this is my girl.
link.
It is though, because this is my friend. I love her. And to sit there, you again back with empathy and sympathy. I can kind of empathize with her, however, because I've had my own cutouts and just horrific just push downs, and it sucks, and you have these things. So I can kind of empathize, but in all honesty, not really. She's had like 800 freaking surgeries, y'all. I just can't with that.
Not
I
quite that
can't with that. How many was it in
a
one year?
bunch.
It's
A
a
bunch.
bunch. I would bring some up with it. I
They're hard to keep up with, but you know what? American did a great job building that story for me. And so he did my storytelling for me. So it doesn't have to be spoken. It can be in music, it
Dang.
can be in art,
Art
it can be
saves
in any
lives.
of those things. That's right. It could be in any of those things. So stories don't need to be dramatic or crazy, right? To be meaningful. Sometimes simply naming what happened is an act of courage. Um,
I feel like that about my situation when we talk about the next thing, the daily observance, because today is National Spouses Day. And somebody have really, some people have elaborate stories and some people have a really simple story. I think I have a pretty simple story. I was at my brother's garage and he walked up and scared me, and I looked over like double take. I was like, good God, who are you?
But I'll tell you this little story. This is one, and if my husband's listening in, he'll kind of get a giggle about this. I literally, I guess you would say that I really got to know my spouse when he carried me piggyback across a mud puddle.
Oh my God. Oh my God. How pretty.
I was in, I want to say I was in middle school. Might have
What?
been high school. Yes, yeah.
Oh, oh, the love story. Baby, just say yes. Oh, that's
Yep, that
cute.
was the first time that we'd ever really had anything to do with each other. He carried me across a little. I say it was a mud puddle. It was more of like a little, maybe a little
It
deep
was a
creek.
moat. No, I'm just
Yeah,
joking.
a shallow creek. Whatever you call it. But we were walking through the woods. I was with my friend, and he was with his friend, and we got to this one spot, and of course, I didn't have like water boots on or nothing like that, so he carried me across the mud puddle. So that's not where it all started, but that's pretty much where it all started.
Well, hang on. So you said that was in middle school. So how long have y'all known each other?
Well,
High
we went to school together. We did go to school together. We went to separate middle schools, elementary schools, and then in high school we were in the same school. So whenever I met him,
school.
whenever that happened, it was just as we were getting into like the middle school, high school era, and then we actually dated a little bit in high school. We were kind of like high school sweethearts, I guess you'd say.
Oh my Lanta. Well, happy Spouses Day to you people. That
Right?
is so freaking cute. Oh my
That's
God.
right. So
That's the cutest story ever.
let's recognize those days, right? We need to recognize those loved ones that
That
we have.
is a forgotten and gone practice. Everything is so damn disposable these days. I that on Fight Club is so true when he says single serving life. I always associate this disposability with that line, with that concept in that movie, because it's disgusting. I can't even think about disposing of any of you just freely. There are so many people that I've, either had some kind of problem in the background or something like that with. I would never just let the so go down on our friendship unless you're just a total freaking psycho. You are not disposable. And
Yeah.
if people treat you as you're disposable, those are not your people, yo. Those are
Mm,
not your people.
yeah, That's right. That's right.
Mm.
So just appreciate who you have in your corner.
That
When
people
you
always say the grass is greener on the other side. I'm like, the grass is the same on your street because you are the same. You are the same, my friend. But I won't get on. I digress. Let's move on to Community Manager Appreciation Day.
Ooh,
Community manager, can you think about people in your area, or maybe you want to be people in your area? I would love to be a community manager. When I move to a new place, I would love to be able to be in charge of like maybe trash, recycling, maybe where we would hold safe places for parades or to come in and have talks about exploitation and that kind of thing. Like, I would love to facilitate that kind of stuff. If any of you would either, maybe we should go talk to someone, be like, so how can I come in here and facilitate some shit? I think everybody needs more protection. I think everybody needs more love. What can I do to implement myself here?
well,
These
and you
people don't
know,
look
if
like
you
I'm
really
crazy.
look at it, anybody that's holding a special place to help advocate, don't you feel like that's a community manager? Like, if
I
you
mean,
think about this, even if you're doing it online,
true.
social media is a big thing.
That's true. And we do. We both kind of do that. So, I mean, I'm managing my community. I do miss doing my stuff, and when I go back, I will be putting some kind of format either in our space or in another space because Denise lets me use Restream for my stuff too. But I don't know if she'll want to do all this stuff with me. I'd like to talk about more light celebrations and different celebrations that are Christian and pagan and show how those come together and put them together because everybody putting yourself in a box and that's pushing you away from your neighbor. I want to make little hobbit holes in the fence. So you still have your stuff up, but you have a hobbit hole and you can visit the other and love the other again. Back to the sympathy and empathy. And what we are missing in this whole mofo. Constructive is what I'd like to provide. Constructive. And I think it's beautiful in light. And I want to create something like that again. I love doing it. People have talked to me about it. People have texted about it and mentioned how they missed it. So I definitely would love to do that, whether it's in our space together or separate. So I'm sure her and I will talk more about it later.
Absolutely. So the next one would be Better Business Communication Day. Did you know that that was a thing? It reminds us that clarity and compassion matter, especially in those difficult conversations.
Hang on a second. I'm sorry. I'm getting a text about my mom.
No, you go right ahead. So think about that. That's another thing that you could do is just be more compassionate in matters, in different matters, right? It's very, very important. That's why we do theater. Yeah, I agree. That's another community movement, right? I totally agree with that. The next one is International Customs Day. These are all different observances from the day from today's date or within this week because of course we are on Monday and we are talking about different things from that. So International Customs Day, it acknowledges corporations and responsibility across the border. I mean cooperation, not corporations. We're always a hot mess in here, so y'all just bear with us. And last but not least, Bubble Wrap Appreciation Day, and then Dental Drill Appreciation Day. These are small little reminders that stress relief and health maintenance can coexist with heavy, heavy topics, right? even even if we do have some of those heavy topics, we do like to touch base on some of those lighter subjects just to kind of ease things up a little bit. So remember that even in the serious moments, and um, all of this really matter. So everything okay? How are we doing?
Not really, but let's go. What are we on? Bubble wrap? Bubble wrap sounds
Yeah, we just went over bubble wrap and dental
that's
drill
great.
appreciation.
I love
So
bubble wrap. I love to step on it. It makes me very, very happy. It is hard to keep it in my office for your items to mail off to y'all because I want said bubble wrap. I want the bubble wrap.
that's right. Bubble
Happy
wrap is
bubble
fun.
wrap.
Bubble wrap is fun. Bubble
So
wrap.
let's see. What did we learn this January? Hmm? What did y'all learn? Did you learn
Mm.
anything?
Did any of you learn anything in January? Anything new? Did y'all leave anything behind from
Let's
December?
go off my
Did you make
iPad cover.
something new? Look how cute that is.
I think it's adorable.
It is adorable. So, there are responsibilities to healthcare before crisis, mentors instead of judgment, speak up for safety, support
Speak
recovery.
up for safety. If you see something, say something.
That's right. And keep going quietly when no one is cheering you on. You can do things in the background. You don't have to get cheered on all the time.
Ooh, I agree. And sometimes moving in silence is better. I always think of the song Life's the Same. You're moving in stereo. Like that's me. When I'm hearing that song, I'm playing that. Y'all know I'm doing some crazy shit, conniving in the silence. And I mean, I could be doing some crazy, upgrade to my business. I could be like what I did the other day, which was name my new anodizing business that I will be doing on the side. That won't be just for the motorcycle and scooter parts. I want to be making jewelry. I'm also looking into how to make, I know. I'm also going to be looking in how to make like honeybee houses and how to, because I'm also learning how to take the heat out of it, but it still be a badass structure,
Yeah.
and little birdie things and all bat houses possibly. I don't know. The sky's the limit. But I did all that stuff this weekend while I was sitting there, and I just felt kind of paralyzed. But I still felt like I had to do something, but I didn't want to be up. It was cold. I was very upset about my mom. I'm still very upset about my mom, and I just needed to still do something. So that's kind of what I did this weekend, and look up and went to a little thing yesterday with Bree and them, and they were talking about DUNS numbers and that kind of thing. So I'm super excited, and I love listening to my music when I'm moving like that. And that's one of the things. And again, your vibe, the way you move, the way you, what you're listening to, what you're subjecting yourself to is how you're going to move. That is going to persuade you to be in a bad mood, a good mood. Just like, when you're ragey, you listen to rage music. But in all honesty, it's cool to get that out, but don't stay in that, or don't stay in that sad. You want to stay in a perpetual state of now, using the power of now, I feel like,
Well, and it
and to
also,
keep motivated.
yeah, well, and it also tells us that we don't always have to look strong to be resilient in those
Yeah.
situations. Like, I mean, I know that you said that with all of the things that you're going on, you're finding other things to keep your mind busy. So that's a strength right there. Keeping yourself busy and
Girl, I feel paralyzed for the past 24 hours.
but still, you're still going. Hey, Sherry.
Coming over, girl.
So just remember that resilience or strength could be just being careful, being patient, being persistent. It's
Moving
very,
still.
very important.
All right, you guys.
So go
Go ahead.
ahead. No, go ahead.
Jinx, do y'all get Coke? I can't have Coke, so you owe me a chamomile tea.
I got you.
Oh, you go ahead, girl. I like the reflection. Do the reflection, because I don't want it to be optional. That should be like the most necessary. Because again, filling up our cup, I feel like is the most important thing. Filling up our cup is the most important thing, because we
That's
can't
right.
pour into others unless we have at least half a cup. We can't be pouring out an empty cup. There's drips.
That's right.
And you're dry like the dude that came in here earlier.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. Oh my gosh. Yeah. So, guys, as we move through January, you might want to ask yourself, what quiet effort did I make this month that deserves acknowledgement? Did you make an effort this month that no one had to see? You don't have to tell us in the comments. Just throw us a heart in the comments if you want to acknowledge. Just say that you acknowledge that you did something. There's no need to measure it.
Says his support for Rocky Top.
Oh my gosh.
Go.
Of course.
The effort it takes, y'all. The effort it takes to be here. I want you guys to make sure to stick around for the mantra. We will be back on Monday for sure. I say for sure, unless I'm going to sign on some house papers, which I hope. We still haven't heard back about that either. But neither here nor there. I hope you guys choose to stay around. We're going to be practicing that kind of thing. I don't know if Aunt Sarah, how is she doing? I don't know how that's going.
Yeah, she had a treatment a couple weeks ago and she wasn't able to come in. And then I had mentioned to her to come in like yesterday. You know that I did the pre-recording after I talked to you. And I had asked her, and she hasn't been feeling very good. So I don't know if it is just under the weather or if it's due to the treatments, but I'm hoping to hear back from her today. I do check in with her every day to kind of touch base to see how she's doing and stuff like that. So I do put my phone on do not disturb. So if she's replied since we've been on here, I haven't seen it. So I'm hoping that she's replied to me since we've been on here.
Well, I love you guys so much, and I will see you, and she will see you on Monday at 4 p.m. Central again. Just be kind of looking out. We will let y'all know if we're going to do lives in between. We've talked about doing some things, but everything has been a little chaotic, and I'm sure all of you can relate. We all have snow everywhere, which is kind of weird for where I live. But it's just been a little wild, so thank you for bearing with us, and we will be back full speed ahead soon. Love you guys.
Have a good evening.
Effort it takes to stay vigilant is honored. The quiet work of care and prevention is respected. Resilience is recognized in lived experience and shared humanity. January is carried forward with steadiness, with intention, and with thoughtful awareness.
From limitations to liberation, we are a warrior's journey. Different battles, same mission. Monday through Friday, 4 p.m. Central.